Alright, let's see if we can get this. Hey, welcome to watch my video. No, I'm just kidding. Hello and welcome back to Astroneer 1.0. Last time we left off in this cave of the exotic planet that we visited. If you haven't watched the previous episode, go and watch that so you can see which planet we picked and what resources we found. And we're just gonna continue down through the tunnels and see what's inside. Gonna go deep into the planet. Let's go exploring. Alright guys, so something interesting I've done while I was exploring in the cave was I thought about leaving a beacon behind, so I looked into how much research it would cost to get a beacon. And it's only 250 bytes, so that was pretty cheap. We could afford that. That's only 3,000, but we had like 3,000 something bytes. So we got a beacon, and then we had to search for quartz, because apparently we needed quartz to search for it. So we searched for quartz, and we found some, eventually, and now we can place a beacon. Now what the beacon allows us to do is it makes this marker, and it may seem small now. Let's see. Let's say blue. We'll leave blue. No, let's save blue for a base. Let's say green. Green will be our landing spot. So the further we get away, the bigger the marker becomes. Similar to how the marker for our home planet is, where we have our base. but this allows us to put the marker wherever we want. So we're gonna put it here because we want this to be our landing site again if we come back. Something we should have done for the moon as well, but didn't think about it at the time. And now if we ever come back, we'll see this beacon. We know that we can land here. We'll have tethers. We know where our cave is. And we can basically just come back to the exact same spot and reuse our tethers and just transport materials from this planet to the home planet. So now we're gonna launch back towards our planet, and I'll see you guys there. Alright guys, welcome back to our planet. We're gonna smelt some of this iron down. Place it over here. Now the iron, right, we needed an atmosphere condenser. This is what we were going for last time before we stopped. So let's go ahead and get a platform B. We don't have enough resin for that, so we're gonna have to go quickly into the mine and get some resin. It's not gonna be a problem. And yeah, what the atmospheric condenser, if I can say it right, allows us to do is it allows us to get gases from the air of the planet, like from the atmosphere, and those gases can be used as fuels for the chemistry lab, and we can use those with certain materials to make better materials. I think steel was one of the things that required some fuel, so that's basically what the atmospheric condenser allows us to do. It also allows us to fuel our well, it lets us make fuel, I think, from the chemistry lab for our thruster. So we, not the solid one, we can get another one if anyone watched the first few episodes where we built the spaceship. There's another thruster other than the solid rocket thruster, and basically the other thruster is a liquid fuel thruster. They're both based on real life thrusters. So one of the solid rocket thruster is just using solid fuel and it's non-reusable, just like in real life, and the liquid thruster is reusable, just like in real life. You can fill it up with liquid and you're good to go. And I'm a little lost in this cave now. Where did I go? I think I went the wrong way in the initial intersection. Alright, let's just go back here. Well, we need to find some resin somewhere. I thought there was a bunch of resin here. Did we mine all of it? Yeah, we did. I remember seeing some resin above. Yeah, so the liquid fuel thruster, I'm just gonna call it that because I'm not sure if that's what it's called in game as well. That allows us to only use one thruster and we can just fill it up. We just need a chemistry lab to make fuel, or we can bring the fuel. Pretty straightforward, but it's good for resources, so we don't have to waste resources on making solid rocket thrusters every time we go from one planet to another. I think the atmosphere is supposedly infinite in the game, so you can get as much fuel as you want for it. Whereas resources, I'm assuming, are finite, but there's so much resources that they think it's impossible that you'll run out of resources, which is probably true. But in either case, we can put those other resources to good use, and we can use liquid fuel. Did we get enough resin? There we go, we got enough resin. Oh, hold on. We might need resin for the atmosphere condenser. Let me just go to oxygen, come on. There we go. Yeah, we're just sliding off in the background, no problem. Let's see. So this is our research. Atmosphere condenser. We need plastic, glass, and iron. Now I don't know what we need for plastic. Well, I guess we'll find that out. I think we have glass. Not exactly sure. Well, we'll find out if we have glass. I remember having at least one glass left. I think we used one for something else. Yeah. So we're just gonna do. We're gonna make the atmosphere condenser real quick, and then we'll look into making that liquid fuel thruster so I can show you how it works. And yeah, that's what we're gonna do for now. That's our goal right now. We'll find out later if there's a better goal. Should probably put the research into researching, shouldn't I? Okay, there's so much things to do and only one person to do them. I think this game really shines when you play multiplayer, since you can basically do multiple things at once. Here we go. Look at that, 1,080 bytes just for this research module from the exotic planet. I think the worst planet in terms of survival is and the wind's gonna go over me here. So the worst planet in terms of survival, I think, is the toxic planet, the radiated one. I think that's what it's called, radiated planet. So I'm assuming that the research on that one is gonna be even greater than this one. But it's pretty good for one node to give us 1,080 research. Also, it went by pretty fast if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 16 bytes per minute here, and then it's probably gonna jump up to like 50. All right, let's get our iron here. Oh, right, we should start printing that platform. There we go. Now we need platforms for everything. So we need a platform for this research chamber, a platform for this smelting furnace, a platform for the soil centrifuge, a platform for the chemistry lab, and now we're gonna need a platform for the. Oh, let's get rid of some of this grass here. We're gonna need a platform for the atmospheric condenser. And a platform for the large printer, I guess. Another thing to note is, if you see this little small solar panel, I didn't actually make a platform for it. So if we pick it up, you can see it doesn't have a platform, it just sticks right onto your back. So when you place it down, it actually creates its own platform, and the same thing happens for the small wind turbine and also for the small generator. Also for the small printer, I'm assuming all the small objects do this. However, the medium ones do not. So if I take this wind turbine, which is now currently being used, so I probably shouldn't take it off. If you take that off and you place it on its own, it won't create its own platform. And neither do the large things. That's why you need platforms. So let's go plop this down somewhere here. That's not bad. Well, that'll do. There we go. Now it's hooked up to our main power source, which is our base. And we're going to use the iron. I think we need a medium printer for that, right? Yeah, medium printer creates the large things. There we go. Atmospheric condenser, one glass, one plastic. Alright, let's go look into the plastic after we place this iron. Should probably also look into the glass. There's the glass. I knew it. I knew we had one glass and I picked up the wrong thing. Just want to organize things there. Glass, and we need plastic. Alright, let's see what we need for plastic. We just open this, just like I showed last time. Oh, compound and carbon. Perfect. We have both. I think we have carbon. I hope we have carbon. Yes, we have carbon. So we just place them up there, and then we set it, and it starts printing. It doesn't take very long for the chemistry lab to do its job. It's pretty fast. Let's organize things here a little bit. Oh my god. There we go. I have such OCD for that. Let's see. I think we can move some things around. I'm not sure what we're gonna do with these power extenders. I guess I can show them off a little bit. I forget how to place them down. Okay, I guess we're just gonna F to use. Hold. There we go. So they place one of these things down, and what this does is basically it allows you to put it like here, let's say. And let's say we don't want this light powered from there, we want it powered from here. So we pull the cable. It has a max length as well. There we go. It plugs into the extender, if I can get it to plug in there. There we go. It has a direction of power, so you can't, it's not, I would say it's not bilateral, it's unilateral, but I'm not sure if that's the right word for it. Crap, picked it up. Meant to, oh my god. No, it's just almost there, come on. It doesn't want to go. Alright, we'll just place it a little closer, there we go. Come on, cable plug. And that also doesn't reach. Well, the idea is that eventually this would reach there, or it would reach somewhere. You can place another one down and you can connect them to each other, and it'll go down into the work light and it'll power it from over there. That's all it does. There is a small trick to this where, as I said, that because it's unilateral, you can't actually power different things. I'm not sure what case there was. I remember playing a game where there was a case where I needed to power something with two things at once, and I wasn't able to because of the way the power went, the power routing. So for that, there is something in the game to help you with power direction. Not sure exactly where I'll find it. I think it might be here. There it is, the splitter. So the splitter has 3 inputs slash exits. It has 3 ports, 3 of these cable ports, and you can pull plugs from it, so it has its own cable plug just like everything else. And what that allows you to do is basically you can either have one thing going into it, like the power extender had a one-way charge. For example, right here we have this tractor. Let's say we wanted to power this tractor and the work light, and we use the cable extender, so it only had a unilateral charge. Well, we could just pull another one from here, but this one doesn't have anything. So what we would do is we'd put this one into the splitter, then we'd put another one. No, we'd put this one into the splitter, and then we'd take one from the splitter, put it into the tractor. The splitter is also unilateral, so it only directs power in one direction. So it'd send power to the tractor and power to the work light, let's say we had one, and that's what the splitter does. It's useful. There's very few cases where it's useful. I mean, when you link up a base, you're linking it up with a bilateral charge, so it goes either way. Doesn't really matter. And also the small ones, when they create their own platform, they also go either way, so it's pretty okay. You can charge up perfectly fine. Let's power up that work light here. It's not so dark. There we go. And I completely forgot about everything else. Let's get this plastic going. Alright, let's print this. Right. What else was I gonna do? Let's look at the research and see what else we can do. So we can't get a trailer. It's too much research. We don't have enough right now. Alright, we need a thruster, and we need 3,000 research for it. And this is probably... Oh, this is going excruciatingly slow. Oh, and because we're also printing. Okay, and it's also nighttime. There's no power from the solar panels, and there's no wind. One of the problems of not having battery storage. One of the things you can do is, I mean, you could technically power everything during the daytime with this solar array. It does cost 5,000 bytes. I'm assuming it produces a lot of power. One of the things that you can do, and is one of the things I usually do, is you can get the large platform Bs, and you can put one down, and you'll have those 2 medium modules. If you watched the previous episodes, I explained this. There's 2 medium modules on the sides and a large module on the center. So the large module on the center can actually be used by the large storage, which creates one large module into 4 medium modules. Basically, the large module in the center can only be used by 2 medium modules, but if you use this large storage, which occupies the 2 medium modules, you turn 2 into 4. And the medium, I know this is a lot to take in, but it's very important. One of the medium battery can take up a medium module slot. So basically, if you put the large storage on a large platform B, you'd have, let's say, six medium modules, so you can place 6 medium batteries on it, which holds quite a lot of power. So you basically have power all through the night, and that's perfectly okay, and that's like the best that you can do. Well, I mean, you can put more batteries. It's just expensive. Depends on how much power you're using, but usually one of those will be pretty good. And they charge during the daytime when you produce excess power, like we are right now. I think they don't have high priority, so everything you're creating has a higher priority than charging the batteries. Alright, so let's see what we need. Oh my god, I can't get rid of that menu. Should we get the fuel thruster first? Or focus on the fuel thruster? Let's focus on the fuel thruster, and then I'll show the atmospheric condenser and how it works. We need tungsten and we need titanium alloy to make it, so let's focus on that. Titanium alloy. Okay, we're gonna have to go to another planet. That's great. Let's see. Titanium alloy. Alright, so for titanium alloy, we're gonna need titanium, which we don't have, graphene, which we do have, and nitrogen fuel. Actually, I can show it now, since we have the nitrogen fuel, and that's pretty okay. I think we can get nitrogen from here. There we go. They come. It shows you the ones that exist in the whole game, and it just says insufficient concentration if you don't have it. So we have hydrogen and nitrogen here, so we just open this, click the button, and now this will just produce nitrogen indefinitely. You have to examine it and you have to cancel it to stop the production of the nitrogen, or whatever the gas that you're extracting from the air. That does consume quite a bit of power. So as we see, and it's done. And oh wait, we gotta let it charge. There you go. You just gotta let it charge. It'll continue charging this one. It has rings. I mean, it has a ring and it has little slots for the rings, and they charge up as the nitrogen charges. It has a little gauge there. Let's go take a closer look at that gauge. Yeah, okay, that gauge is increasing, and then it puts nitrogen in there. Alright, not bad. We will need titanium, so we will need to go into space, so we will need, I think, another solid rocket thruster since we can't really build this. Okay, so it's called a hydrazine thruster. One of the things that you will notice is that it's called hydrazine thruster, and you can actually make hydrazine from the chemistry lab. It just requires 2 ammonium and 1 hydrogen. Ammonium isn't that common on the planet I'm on right now, but it should be. Usually on the star planet, ammonium is common since you need it. I don't know why I'm not finding so much ammonium. But we can go, I guess we can go to the moon and get ammonium at one point. Well, we'll probably do that in a future episode. Let's just show the atmospheric condenser, and we'll go get some. There we go, and it puts it off to the side. There we go. That means that this is actually one item, like this tungsten. So if you only let it go a little bit, it doesn't count as a full item. When you take it out, it counts as a partially completed item. I'm not even sure if you can pull it off with half. And basically you put this as a no, that's for hydrazine. Let's go back to titanium alloy. There we go. So the fuel is placed up here, and then you'd place the graphene there and the titanium there. Well, graphene. Oh no, we have to make graphene. Right, graphene is constructible. We need hydrazine and graphite. Alright, so more use for the... Yeah, and we need ammonium. Great. Okay. We're just gonna leave it the way it is now. Since we need ammonium and titanium, I'll go see if there's ammonium on the other planet as well. We should probably drop off all our iron here. Let's go ahead and move our iron off that platform. Place it over here. And this is really killing me. It's killing my OCD. Let's place that there. And nighttime's coming, so we're gonna have lower power. That's fine. We don't really care. We just want to build that. Let's place the... Ooh, how do I get that off there? There we go. We didn't mess up. We have 1 ammonium left, so we're probably gonna need more anyway. The solid rocket booster is cheaper in ammonium since it only costs 1, but it does cost 1 aluminum. So I guess in our case, since aluminum is abundant, it's not that bad. and ammonium is less abundant. But most of the time, aluminum isn't this abundant, and ammonium is more abundant. So it's better to make the hydrazine thruster. Also, it's reusable, so you don't get all this scrap here that you have to deal with by making a scrapper and everything. All right, let's Oh, and we still have iron on this. Wow, we have quite a bunch of iron. Could actually make one of those big platforms with this. Let's see. Yeah, those cost research, and we were really tight on research. We need all that research, so I'm just gonna place these down here. We made the solid rocket thruster. We're gonna get on it in a second. Just place that down. Gonna have to get titanium, so let's go get titanium and see what happens there. We'll see what happens. We'll probably just land on the planet, and we might be out of time. Actually, I think we're out of time right now.